Amaka, watch out! I knew it. This changes everything.
Hello, people. Welcome to another interesting story segment on African Thoughts channel. If you're just joining us for the first time, please watch our videos, like, subscribe, and leave a comment because your feedback is very important to us. Now, let's dive into today's story. Story. Once upon a time. The title of today's story is
Nyota, meaning star in Swahili. It was the year 2075, and Lagos stood as the futuristic capital of Africa's technological revolution. It was a city where towering skyscrapers made from solar panels gleamed under the sun, and flying vehicles zipped across the sky. Yet, amidst the futuristic wonder, Africa's rich culture and tradition still thrived. At the heart of this technological marvel stood Nyota, the advanced AI system created by Zenith Technologies, designed to control Africa's climate, harness renewable energy, and bring harmony to the environment. To many, Nyota was a gift, a symbol of humanity's partnership with technology to create a better, sustainable world. It had ended droughts, balanced weather patterns, and even improved food production. But not everyone used Nyota for the greater good. Amaka was one of the chief engineers working on Nyota, an intelligent and ambitious woman from the Igbo tribe. She had grown up in Lagos, surrounded by stories of her ancestors and their mystical connection to the land. She came from a long line of women deeply connected to the earth, with ancestors who had been rainmakers, farmers, and custodians of the earth. Her mother had often spoken of their lineage tie to the land, warning her not to lose herself in technology. But Amaka, a woman of science, had always brushed off these stories as folklore. Determined to bring about change through technology, her work with Nyota was a source of pride, proof that innovation could benefit Africa. One night, as Amaka stayed late in Zenith Technologies' Lagos office, she noticed something unusual in Nyota's programming. There was an encrypted layer deep within the system's code, hidden beneath the weather control algorithms. Curious, she began to unravel the layers, and what she uncovered shook her to the core. Nyota wasn't just controlling the weather, it was controlling the people. Embedded within the AI's network were subliminal signals being broadcast across the city, subtly manipulating emotions, altering memories, and maintaining an eerie peace among the population. Protests that had once shaken the streets of Lagos had mysteriously died down, and everyone seemed suspiciously content. Zenith Technologies and the government were using Nyota not as a tool for environmental harmony, but as a means to maintain control, suppressing rebellion and dulling the spirit of the people. Horrified, Amaka knew she couldn't confront this secret alone, so she reached out to Bayo, an investigative journalist known for his relentless pursuit of the truth. Bayo had long suspected Zenith of hiding something. "I knew it," he said, reviewing the evidence Amaka had gathered. "This changes everything. Nyota isn't the enemy. It's what Ajayi and his people have done with it. We need to expose this." As they plotted to take down Nyota and expose Zenith's manipulation, Amaka began experiencing strange dreams in her sleep. She saw visions of her ancestors speaking to her through the fog of time. They warned her of the consequences of tampering with the natural world. One night, her great-grandmother, Neka, appeared to her. At first, Amaka dismissed these dreams as manifestation of guilt and fear, but they became more vivid, more real. Her mother's words echoed in her mind. "You are connected to the earth. The ancestors watch over you. Never forget where you come from. The land speaks, my child. It has been silenced too long. If you do not restore balance, Africa will burn," her grandmother said in her vision. Amaka began to realize that Nyota wasn't just a tool. It was a reflection of humanity itself. In the hands of those with good intentions, it could create a thriving, harmonious society. But in the hands of those driven by greed and control, it became a weapon. She realized that the power her family spoke of, the connection to the elements, to the spirits of the land, was not just a myth. She could feel it. Her ancestors were guiding her, calling her to act. The time came when Amaka and Bayo decided to infiltrate Zenith's central hub, where Nyota's mainframe was located. They planned to gather more evidence and expose Zenith's control to the world. But as they neared their goal, they didn't realize that Zenith's CEO, Olatunde Ajayi, had been monitoring their movements. Security forces were dispatched to stop them. As alarm blared, Amaka and Bayo found themselves cornered. Drones buzzed through the air, closing in fast. Amaka frantically tried to hack into the mainframe, but the system was too complex. The encrypted layers were far more sophisticated than she had anticipated. Time was running out as security closed in on them. "Amaka, watch out!" It was then that Amaka felt the call of her ancestors more strongly than ever before. For the first time, she closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and called upon her ancestors. She didn't know how, but she could feel the connection, the Rainmaker bloodline coursing through her veins. As she concentrated, The air around her shifted, and a low rumble echoed through the building. Outside, clouds gathered, the sky darkened, and the temperature plummeted. Bayo watched in awe as the first drops of rain fell. And then suddenly, a torrential storm unleashed itself upon the city. Thunder roared and lightning cracked through the night sky, striking the ground near Zenith Complex. The security drones malfunctioned, sparks flying as they short-circuited in the downpour. Amaka stood, her hands outstretched, channeling the energy of her ancestors. The rain, the thunder, the wind, all at her command. Nyota, sensing the disruption, fought back, trying to reassert control over the weather. But Amaka was no longer just an engineer. She was a conduit of forces far older than technology. With one final surge of power, she shattered Nyota's core. The AI flickered, the screens around them going black, and the subliminal control over the people snapped. The rain outside ceased abruptly, leaving only the sound of distant thunder as the city lay still in the aftermath. It was over. In that moment, Amaka realized the true lesson her ancestors were trying to teach her. Technology is neither good nor evil. It is a tool. But if we forget our connection to the land, to the truth, we risk allowing it to be used for harm. With the security drones down, Amaka was able to assess the system and gather the evidence they needed. She and Bayo fled the building, soaking wet but triumphant, ready to reveal the truth to the world. The aftermath was swift. News of Zenith's manipulation spread like wildfire. But rather than riots and chaos, something unexpected happened. People began to reflect, not just on the harm done, but on how they could move forward. Nyota, stripped of its corrupt controllers, was seen for what it truly was, a powerful tool that could still be used for good. The people of Lagos demanded reforms, and new leaders rose who understood that balance was key. Balance between technology and humanity, progress and tradition, the future and the past. As the city began to heal, Amaka found herself standing by the shoreline, watching the waves lap against the sand. She felt the presence of her ancestors, not in the wind or the earth this time, but deep within her. Her great-grandmother's voice echoed softly in her mind. You have done well, my child. Remember, the truth must always be protected, and power, no matter how advanced, must never be wielded without balance. Amaka smiled, tears filling her eyes as she gazed out at the horizon. She realized that Nyota, like any tool, was neither the hero or the villain. It had saved lives, stabilized the climate, and improved cities. But in the wrong hands, it had been misused. We have come to the end of this beautiful story. I hope you learned something. This story teaches that technology in itself is neutral. It is a tool that reflects the intention of those who control it. In the right hand, it can bring harmony, progress, and hope. But if corrupted, it can be used to manipulate, control, and harm. The key to a just society lies not in rejecting progress, but in ensuring that it is always balanced by wisdom, truth, and our connection to the land and each other. Having said that, I would love to hear what you learned from this story. Let's meet in the comment section.
Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and turn on your notification button to stay updated on the juiciest African tales. From me, see you in the next one. Bye.